Good evening, conscious creators. It's Sunday, 7 o'clock Sunday, and it's time for 7 at 7, your mini life coach session with Jean Aaron. I'm Jean Aaron, and I'm a life coach, a mentor, spiritual teacher. And tonight, on Sunday night at 7 o'clock, we get together and we have a mini life coach session. I get an opportunity to kind of share a little bit, kind of a quick overview of a session with you guys. Kind of like a shorter version of the one I might have with a client during the week. So welcome to 7 at 7 on Sunday. It's Sunday after Thanksgiving. We're still in the Thanksgiving weekend, so we're still celebrating Thanksgiving. In fact, tonight we're going to talk about extending that season of gratitude, a season of thanks. So anyway, come on in. Let's dive it together. Let's have this session tonight. I'm going to make it about 15 minutes, maybe a little bit less. So come on in, see how you guys are doing. It's like I said, it was just kind of wrapping up the weekend. I hope you had a great weekend, enjoyable weekend, and a nice holiday, nice Thanksgiving. I know it's a little bit different. Everybody was challenged a little bit to kind of make new memories, I guess, make new memories. We're listening to Beautiful, and I think this is a guy by the name of Chandler. I can't remember his last name, but it was a nice song. We don't have any rights to Mr. Chandler, and the song Beautiful, I'm not sure who actually the writer or who actually wrote the lyrics to that, but beautiful song. But we don't have the rights to it, but we love it. We enjoy the music. So listen to just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna shut it down. I think I'm going to shut it down now. But anyway, look it up. It's called Beautiful by Chandler. Let's see if I can find this last name for you before I go. But anyway, welcome again to the 7 at 7 on Sunday night, your mini life coach session. Conscious Creators Facebook group page. We welcome all the conscious creators out there, the co-creators, and any of our visitors and guests. We just appreciate you guys stopping in too. Appreciate that. So tell me, how was your weekend? How did it go? How did you make it? How did you fare? Having an somewhat of abbreviated Thanksgiving this year. I didn't get to spend, I'm from a rather large family, but I didn't get to spend with my immediate family. My kids are all grown up and have their own families, and their the other extent of their other half of their family. So they're off having dinner with their families, and I didn't want to intrude. I didn't want to, kind of be in the midst. And my sister was here with my mom, and she doesn't get in town too often, so I just kind of left her to have some bonding time with mom. So I just kind of stopped by and dropped my sweet potato pie off to them and kept it rolling. I ended up, I had kind of a nice weekend too. I spent some time with my brother of choice. I tell him, we say play brother, but he's not. He's my brother of choice. I chose him to be my baby brother, and he chose me to be his big sister. So we shared cooking. I made some things and took over my little potluck over to his place, and we had a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Watched a few movies, and we got up the next morning and we head down south and we did some Black Friday shopping. I'd never done, honestly, I'd never done Black Friday ever, so it was a little different. I kind of got into the festival, and I was very, very surprised. We were at one of the outlet malls down in south of Atlanta, and you just never know. It's a rather large mall, a lot of folk there, but everybody was in just a really, really good mood. They had a few lines at some of the stores, those famous stores. They had a few lines, but they moved pretty fast. They had to have control the number of people that were in and out of the store, so they had the lines. Well, they were moving, and everybody was in a really good mood. And we laughed, and we cut up, and we carried on all day. It was a great weekend. So the dinner, the movies, just the company. It was just a fun weekend. So it was quite a bit different for me because I didn't have my, the 30 or 40, cousins and sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles all in and out of the house. So I kind of missed that, and I didn't have all those different. Everybody brings their specialties, but I didn't, we just had a few little, we had a nice dinner. So anyway, so tell me if you get a chance, kind of shoot me a text message or make a comment on the Facebook page. How your Thanksgiving ended up. How did it go for you on Thanksgiving Day? Hopefully it was, like I said, hopefully you made some new memories, some different kind of memories, and hopefully we won't have to kind of make these adjustments maybe next year. But hopefully everybody stayed well. Nobody ended up with, a positive test of COVID, and you're ready to just get out and start your week next week. So hopefully it turned out well. But anyway, share with us and tell us, how you ended up, how your Thanksgiving holiday went for you and your family this year, 2020. 2020. 2020. We had some firsts this year, didn't we all? We really did have some firsts. Anyway, so tonight at 7, your mini life coach session, we are going to talk about, I'm going to try to coach you into extending the season of gratitude. We're going to try to see if we can extend it maybe until Christmas, for now, trying to 30 days, 29, 25, 27, a near 30 day grace and gratitude practice. We're going to try to extend the season a little bit, and one of the reasons I kind of would like to do that because you know how I am about vibration. I want you to be vibrating off the chain like I do. You don't have to talk as fast as I do, but still want that vibration to be up there. So we know that gratitude and thankfulness and Thanksgiving and love, they're those vibrations, that frequency is right up there with love and joy and happiness. So that's an easy one to do. I say it's easy. I know it get to be a challenge. So I'm gonna challenge you to practice gratitude and grace and gratitude for the next 25, 27 days, 30, but 27 days, to kind of develop or improve your attitude of gratitude and your habits of being thankful and expressing thankfulness and playing it forward and demonstrating it. I think it was President Kennedy that said, grace, giving thanks and saying thank you is one thing to say it, but to do it that's the real act. The real act of gratitude and thankfulness comes in the doing. So we're going to kind of talk a little bit about that tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully inspire you, motivate you to take me up on this challenge to see if we can, kind of get that vibration up there a little bit. And improve and develop some habits and good attitudes and habits for expressing and demonstrating thanksgiving and giving thanks. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm going to preserve, like I said, I think last week, I'm going to do any announcements tonight. Excuse me a second. I'm not going to do any announcements. I'm going to hold my announcements off until on Thursday. We'll make the big announcement. So we're going to just jump right in it tonight. So first of all, like I said, we kind of talked a little bit about that. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to give you 5 suggestions, 5 things that I want you to really kind of consider and try to incorporate in your daily routines and over the next 30 days. Okay, and they will help you improve your attitude or develop that good habit of being gracious and expressing grace and gratitude and thankfulness. So, first of all, I want to kind of ask you. Well, just kind of mention. Let me just mention to you because I think you probably noticed me on the Facebook group page. Absolutely every morning, I try to give a quote or make an expression of gratitude out there. Just put it out there the first thing in the morning before I say much of anything else. I want to express thanks and gratitude. And that's a habit that I've always had. I think I've had since I was a little girl because, I listened to my grandmother, get up in the morning and stir it around in her bedroom before she come out. And you can hear, her mumbling and talking. And one of the things that she was very clearly said was, "Thank you, Lord." She always said that, and that was one of the first things I heard her say every morning. And and of course we kind of got in the habit of doing it because we had to make that special thank you at the breakfast table. So that's something that I've always probably had a practice of doing anyway. But understanding, the importance of it and the benefits of it has really encouraged me and motivated me and inspired me to really make sure that it's a habit with me. But it's not a habit so much that I do it without thinking, because I do deliberately and with intention express my thanksgiving and my thankfulness and my gratitude. I want that to come out of my heart. I want it to be a part of who I am, and not something that I take for granted, like blinking an eye or breathing. I want to deliberately think about it. I want to be a part of it, part of that expression, and not just remotely doing it. So that's something that you're probably going to see, or if you come by and visit the group page during the day, you probably notice that one of our first posts every morning is a expression of gratitude, expression of thanks. And that's one of the things that we're going to kind of talk about. Of the 5 things I'm going to give you, that's one of them, in fact. But I want to kind of point out that, and I think maybe a couple of months ago, I did a mini session on the benefits of being grateful and thankful. And I think we listed probably 5 or 6 things that were benefits, and part of one of those were health. You improved your health because you reduce stress and you reduce worry and you reduce a lot of those mind-boggling situations that kind of affect your health. So excuse me just a second. So that was one of the reasons. But tonight I just want to point out that it is an opportunity for you to increase or to improve your vibration, your energy, your vibrational energy. And we know that when we have a good vibrational energy going, we manifest better. Excuse me, I've got some things going here. Excuse me. We manifest. We're more prolific manifestors, or successful manifestors, or we're manifesting. We're manifesting good, positive things because we got that good, positive energy that's going out and attracting good, positive events and circumstances and experiences back to us, and stuff that we want, rather than the stuff that we oops and there it is kind of thing. So just tonight, just think of it as an opportunity to improve your vibrational energy, the vibration of your energy, and using these 5 tips or these 5 suggestions will hopefully get you going over the next 30 days. And you just incorporate them. It's not something that you got to stop and think about too much, but you just I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to make some suggestions on how you doing. Make some suggestions on how you can apply them and implement them in your daily routine and in your daily life. So I'll talk a little bit about that. My voice is trying to go somewhere. I don't know where it's trying to go, but I'm going to try to hold on to it for the next 10 minutes anyway. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to challenge you to come as close as you can to expressing gratitude, grace and gratitude, love, patience, all those good high vibrational energies, because gratitude and thanksgiving goes right along with love and patience and tolerance and faith and all those things. But you when you're happy and you're because when you say thank you, if you ever notice that when you say thank you, it does something to you. It does something to you emotionally. It kind of stirs something in you from your heart space that improves your attitude in some way, somewhat. You can be, you can really be down in the dumps and you just say, thank you, thank you. Even before that, the goodness of whatever it is that you're expecting or you're wanting come to you. Just say thank you before you get it. And you will be surprised how you just kind of lift, make you put a little lift just give you a lift, give you a boost. So develop a habit of just whispering it to yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Just repeat it. Just kind of, just toss it out there. Universe will take it. Universe would love to hear you say thank you, because universe is maintaining and sustaining us, and God is out there. God is out there doing what God does in the universe and creation. And just to utter thank you acknowledges that it's something that's being done for you outside of your control and outside of your doing. thank you, and just say it, just toss it out there. My grandmother said it every morning, and that was long after my grandfather was, gone to live with the angels or whatever. She was just in that bedroom by herself and just talking to whoever she was talking to, and she would come out with ready to make some breakfast. So just toss it out there for the next 30 days. So, what we're going to do here, I did want to point out too that if you haven't noticed how we tend to be so, it's just really easy for us to react to what life throws at us, and situations that come to us. We just react. We get upset. We get frustrated. We get busy. We get angry. Whatever. We react, and without thinking about it, without even thinking. But when it comes to being grateful or thankful or having that graciousness expressing those things, we really have to work on ourselves and make an effort to do it. It's kind of odd, isn't it? Kind of odd that we can just fly off the handle at the drop of somebody, tossing something at us the wrong way, or when we're not looking or whatever. We can get upset and we can react. But to respond, it takes effort. And saying thank you, even though you can develop into a habit, but when you sincerely say it and deliberately say it and consciously be aware that you're saying it, it's with effort, and that effort produces a response rather than a reaction. Reactions are just something that you're just going to do. You're just going to do because that's what we do. We react. But to respond, we have to slow the roll down a little bit, give it a little bit of thought, put a little bit of intention, a little bit of focus on it, and then express those responses in a loving, gracious, tolerant, patient, and deliberate way. So, and that's something that I want you to be aware of. Even though it's going to be a habit, you're still going to be the person that's going to be expressing it. Yourself is going to be expressing it from your heart. So you're going to be doing it. You're not just going to be, just talking off the top of your head or reacting. You're going to respond. You're going to be a deliberate responder to the expression and a demonstration of graciousness, love, and graciousness and gratitude. Thanksgiving. So, but let me also point out the benefits of what we're going to be expecting at the end of these 30 days. When Christmas roll around, and you wake up Christmas morning, you're going to have all this wonderful stuff going on and happening in and around your life, because you're going to you would have spent, the previous 25 to 26 days being gracious and being thankful and raising that vibration, so that you can attract those wonderful, awesome gifts that will be under the Christmas tree. And, that somebody's going to go out and shopping, and they're going to remember how wonderful you were, and how sweet and nice and kind and thoughtful you were in your expressions. And they're going to buy you a little extra gift. So, you're going to see some benefits of it. And not to mention that you're going to be a better and a more effective manifester. You're going to be a deliberate, conscious manifester. So the five things that I am going to give you, I'm going to give them to you real quick. I'm going to give them to you. We're going to say, I want you to say thank you first thing in the morning. The first thing that you say in the morning when you hit the floor, thank you. Now, you don't have to be specific with it. Just say thank you, because you're up, you're walking. Just thank you. But if you want to be specific, you can do that too. But say thank you first thing. Sometime around that early part of the morning. If you have morning prayer, do it as part of your morning prayer. If you got to do it on the run, you can mouth it while you're brushing your teeth or whatever you're doing. Having that cup of coffee, whatever. But number one is to say thank you first. First things first. We first say thank you. Then number two is stop measuring who you are by your to-do list, by what you do or don't do, because you are not what you do. You are not what you don't do. You're not that list, although, you may want to give yourself a high five for getting it done or whatever. But don't measure yourself by what you get done from a list of items on a piece of paper. That's number two. Number three, start with yourself. And by starting with yourself, say thank you to you. Be appreciative to the wonderful creator and creation that you are. And be thankful for the health and how you treat yourself and how you are being able to express from your heart, who you are and what you are from your heart space. Start with being appreciative to you. Love you first. I tell everybody, you cannot love me unless you love yourself. Because if you half loving you, your half love is gonna turn out to a quarter of a love or a fourth of a love when it gets to me. So love yourself completely, totally. So start with saying thank you to you. Be thankful to you. And number 4, laugh more. Laugh more. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at life. Don't be so serious. Because you know what? Bottom line is, you're not in control anyway. You're not really in control. Things like life happens. Life is going to happen. We want the best. We wish for the best. We hope for the best. But the bottom line is, life happens. We don't happen to it. Life happens. So laugh. Learn to be joyful and laugh at yourself and laugh at situations and just laugh more. Just laugh more. And the 5th is to let go, let go, let go. Again, you're not in control anyway. Release that pressure in those hands and then that mind and those gritting teeth. Let it go. Loosen up. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? We'll talk a little bit about them, but those are the 5 items that actually I want to give you to work on over the next 30, 20, 27, 25, 27 and 27 days, I think it is. So those are the ones. Say thank you first. Do not measure yourself by your to-do list of what you do, what you don't do. Start being gracious and thankful and express gratitude to you and laugh more and let it go. Let it go. Don't be tied to the results so much, just let it go. Now, when I say thank you, I kind of give you the example of what my grandmother taught us to do the first thing in the morning, because we would hear her, stirring and getting up, and she was able to, when she came out of that room, she was in a good mood. She was happy, and she ran her day pretty well. Her day went well for the most part. But even if it didn't, she had already laid the groundwork for, being ready for the craziness or the busyness or the stuff that was going to come at her. So she had that vibration. And remember, if you are vibrating off the chain, trust me, ain't no dirt going to, if it come your way, it's going to fling off. So she had that thing going where she was already in that high vibrational energy. So she was attracting good stuff. And the bats that were just falling off, just flying out of the way of her as she walked through, you could almost see her knocking down stuff as she was going through, things were just kind of spreading, making way for her. We did anyway. But, so yes, just start there in the morning, say that, thank you, thank you, universe, thank you, Gene, thank you, whoever, who you are, just express thank you, express the first words out of your mouth. First sentence should be, thank you, every morning. And number two, where's my list here? Number 2 was, do not be tied to your to-do list, or don't measure yourself. Don't equate yourself or think that you are what you do, because you're not. So, leave that, you get it done, and you got you know what you got to do. Go on and get it done, and at the end of the day, when you go back over, you can be thankful that you got it done. But it's not you. You got those things done, and you can look at it and you can say, I laughed about a couple of things because I did it wrong. I had to go back and do it again, or whatever. I did it the first time, or I surprised somebody and they got it done. Whatever. Just get some joy out of it. Get some joy out of what you do, but know that it's not you. It's not you to do. You are the doer. You're putting you got the hand on the press, okay? So you're not it. You're not the done. You are the doer. So you're not, just remember that. So don't get tied to, like I said, don't get tied to, the 15 things that you have on your to-do list, which you should only have about 5 or 6, in my opinion. But, don't get tied to, I only got 7 things out of my 15 things done today. Shorten your list, in my opinion. But, but even if you don't, it's not you. It just didn't happen. It's only 24 hours in a day, and you pick 15 things that were going to take you 3 hours to do each one, and we're going to make that 24. Okay. So the next one was, say thank you. Don't measure yourself by your to-do list. The third one was to laugh more. Laugh more. Laugh more. we, when we manifest, it is the energy from the emotions that actually is doing the real work. We put the idea out there and the words and the thoughts and everything, but it's the emotions that stir that energy up in us and then increase that vibration in us that starts drawing things to us. So laughter, joy and laughter is, it's to me is a cure. When you are happy and laughing, it's medicine. It's medicine for your soul. It's medicine for and healing from the inside out. You're well inside. It's gonna reflect outside. You're gonna have this beautiful glow about you. You're gonna, you're smiling. A smile is just, it's so much more welcoming, even to, it's welcoming. It's just a welcome. It looks like, I'm ready to receive. I'm cool today. I'm happy, and people you're approachable. And good stuff want to approach you. They see your frown on your face, they be like, whoa, maybe we want to wait, come back tomorrow or something. So smile, be happy, laugh, laugh at yourself, laugh with each other and have, just be happy. Just be happy and laugh more. Find reasons to laugh. Another one, and the other one was to, let me make sure I got here. The other one was to stop measuring yourself. Start with you. And like I said, you cannot give something that you don't have. So if you don't love you, if you don't have love for yourself and you've poured that love in you to be able to, it's not going to come out of you if you're not putting, if you're not encouraging it or loving yourself, you're not stirring up that love in you, then it's going to be impossible for you to give it, because you can't give what you don't have. So start with yourself, loving yourself, being gracious and kind to yourself. Self-love is, to me, the number one love. The number one love is the self-love. The number one love is self-love. Trust me, it's just self-love that you start with. And if you don't have it, like I said, you can't have half of it. You got to have 100% of loving yourself and then some. Because when you start pouring it out, if you've got 50%, you're halfway loving yourself. Like I said before, you're gonna 1/4 loving me, and I want you to love me all the way. I want 100%, but I'll take 99. That's okay. So start with yourself. Love yourself and be gracious and thankful and give thanks to yourself and express yourself. I when I was working, I would have a mirror by my door, and I would deliberately every morning encourage myself before I left, because I had to drive Atlanta freeway to get to work, and how that is. If you're from Atlanta, you can relate. If you're having to go into downtown Atlanta, so I had to do that. I had to do that and to be ready for that crazy roadway. So tell yourself in the mirror, love on yourself in the mirror, lavish yourself. You're gorgeous anyway. You're handsome self. You got it going on. Love on you and be gracious and kind to yourself. Start with you, and then it'll automatically overflow the rest of us. And last, let it go. Don't hold so tight to the result or to the exact way you want things to work out. Just be assured that it will work out, and it always works out. Maybe not exactly down to the T and the dot and the I that you've outlined, but it works out, and it all works out. It always works out to the good and to the better, because really, when the universe and God and Creator and everybody they put their, that hand is on it, and that it's gonna be okay. It's not only gonna be good for you, but it's gonna be good for those about you and around you, because we're just one. When we're thinking of, when we're doing what we do, we're thinking about ourselves, but universe has got to put this puzzle together where we may not even realize it affects that other person, but universe and God and the creation, they, that power and that energy understands, the totality of what we're doing and the reaching results of what we're doing. So don't be so tied to the exact way. Just trust creation and trust God, trust Creator, trust the universe. to get it done to the best, to the higher good and the highest good. So say thank you first thing in the morning. May not get them all in order. Say thank you first thing in the morning. Do not measure yourself by your to-do list. And please don't have 15 items on your to-do list every day unless it's, step by step details of one item, okay? But just, shorten the list a little bit and get it done. And then, take yourself out and have a nice cold beer and in the afternoon with the gang or whatever you do for after hours. Enjoy yourself and laugh. Laugh. Start with yourself and let it go. Don't be so tied to the conclusion, exact down to the minute detail. Just make sure that it gets done, and it gets done. Guys, do that for the next 15 days. Kind of figure out how to kind of blend it in with your routine, your meditation time to kind of evaluate the day at the end of the day. Start out in the morning, kind of get in your mind how you're going to play thank you forward or all the, your gratitude and your attitude of gratitude, how you're going to play it forward. Just kind of map it out and kind of, and look for opportunities. Look for opportunities to express thank you. Look for opportunities to laugh, to have fun, to enjoy life. To not be so tied to it and release the grip on stuff. And you will feel better because that tension will be, you'll eliminate that tension in your body because you're always standing on it ready for it to get done. Just let it go. It's going to get done. Trust me, it's going to get done. And chances are it's going to get done better than you even thought that it would be. So do that for the next 30 days. I will try to post some great quotations about thankfulness and gratitude and graciousness over the next 30 days to remind you. Give me a shout out if you have any questions about, maybe you can journal. Try some journaling. If you want to try journaling it, the next couple of days. I will list them. I'll put a list of them on the Facebook, on the group page, and on the YouTube channel, on the Instagram channel. I'll do that one too. I'll try to put the list of the 5 items on there and some suggestions on how you can do them. But if you have any trouble or problems or just running into issues with it, give me a shout out. Text me, email me, message me, and I'll kind of get you rolling because I want to see you on January 2nd or 3rd, 2021. I want you to be manifesting off the just you got it going on, okay? And remember, if you're ever looking for a co-creator, I love co-creating with conscious folk. So give me a shout out if you're looking for a co-creator or for whatever it is you're trying to create, you're manifesting. I am always game. I'm game. I love being part of manifestations, and I love to hear about what you all are manifesting. Those wonderful, great experiences and things that you're manifesting in life. Share it with me. I love it. Guys, thanks so much for joining me tonight, and good luck on the next 30 days of gratitude attitude adjustment. So, you got it going on. You're gonna improve it, so you're gonna be some off the chains master manifestors come January 2021. So, and we need that because we gotta get this 2020. We gotta get this taste of 2020 out of our mouth and out. We gotta put it back there, leave it on the shelf. So be ready. Anyway, manifest best. Thanks again for joining me. Look for me on Thursday for the Conscious Creators Toolbox. We are continuing with the authentic self, the authentic you. So we're going to continue that series until the end of the year. So join me Thursday. See you then. And in the meantime, manifest best. Thank you. Thanks for being who you are. Thanks for being with me. And I love you guys. Take care. Good night.